We worked with Lauren Rottet, who's an interior designer and architect, to create the art collection for this hotel, and she was very inspired by Mies being a member of the Bauhaus, and she calls the collection for the Langham, Chicago, the Bauhaus derivative.
And so I started building and searching for a collection that was about the spirit of modernism and Bauhaus and form and function and color field, which was such a strong influence out of the Bauhaus.
David Clayman's painting, which hangs at the entrance to the entire hotel, David said that landscape is from his imagination. Imagined childhood landscape, which we found really moving.
I selected that because of its contrast to the cityscape. I wanted to say, when you come from the hubbub of downtown to come in here, it should confront you with the other side of life.
Carolyn Ottmers is another wonderful Chicago artist, beautiful sculptural work. We hung one of her bronze trees down in the spa. In addition to the Carolyn Ottmers, there's 4 beautiful Anish Kapoor pieces that are just brilliantly purple in their simple tone. The David Clayman multi-canvas piece, it's so interesting because it's appealing because of the artwork that's in it, but it's absolutely contemporary in its own right. Each floor does have a different collection of art. Some of them are more what I would call classic Bauhaus derivative contemporary. There's 2 in each room at a minimum, and there's I think 317 rooms, so 640-ish just in the rooms alone. The guests love the art in the rooms. They really ask about who the artist was.
Well, for the Travell restaurant, we wanted it to have a separate identity and its own feeling distinct from the rest of the hotel. All the artwork, all the furniture, all the decorative pieces, they were really inspired by the history of IBM and digital culture, which is completely different from the rest of the hotel. The Travell Lounge, I think that's a really unique space in Chicago because guests can sit there, look out over the river with the video art behind them, have that concept of the flow of the river reflected in this piece of amazing video art. Many of the pieces were commissions just for the hotel. Enoch Perez's red painting in the lobby, that painting, it looks like a piece of abstract art, but it's actually of the IBM building.
The Monique Prieto in the pavilion, the very tall piece over the fireplace, certainly we could not find that size just sitting there. She was very inspired by color field, which is of course Bauhaus derivative. The other piece we commissioned is for the main ballroom. I quite love it. It's Zach Prekop. There are a lot of Chicago artists in the collection. Some are more well-known and some are not so well-known. And I also thought it would be interesting to take some well-known artists and then to take some very budding artists. And Chicago has a very good budding art program. Why not pull from such amazing artists when they're right here in your neighborhood?
People in their everyday lives tend to rush about and not really notice their surroundings, but hopefully the atmosphere we've created here is serene and a refuge from the city in a way that they can come away and feel renewed.